Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My dear students, how are you? Today we would like to discuss about planning. What is planning? In terms of organization, planning is a primary managerial activity. It is a very important activity. Why? Because organization have goals. It is included in a plan. Second, it will involve or included overall strategy of an organization. The third is to develop plans how the workers, the employee, the managers do their work activity. What is plan definition? Plan is a activity or a very important activity before we do something. Why managers should do that? Because an organization need a formal planning, to reach the goals, to do the activity. The purpose of the planning is to provide direction, to provide goals, to reduce uncertainty. Because while we discuss about environment, the business environment is very uncertain. They are uncertain about resources, about climate, and now the situation of health, will change everything. So we reduce the uncertainty by doing a plan, and to minimize waste. If we don't have any plan, that we will waste of time, waste of money, and we will do a redundancy. You know what is redundancy? Redundancy is everything with redundant. We repeat something that maybe it is not important, and we set a standard. Planning is also a standard of the organization that later we will control if the implementation of the planning is already the same as the plan. The formal planning is associated with the higher profit and return on asset and a positive financial result. If no plan, then we could not gain the result very good. And the quality of the planning and the implementation affect the performance. The external environment can reduce the impact of planning or performance. The element of planning, there are goals. What is goals? Goals also sometimes we call it objective of an organization. What is objective or goals? Is the desired outcome. The desired outcome that the organization would like to attain. Also in organization we have employees, we have managers, so there are also goals of individual, of group, and the entire organization. However, because the people also become element in our organization, so we would the priority is organization goal, and then the goals also provide the direction and evaluation of the performance criteria. Yeah. Another thing is, beside goals of the planning is the goals of the organization, we also have plans. Yeah. The goal is the outcome. The plans is how how the goals will be attained. Yeah. The plans include document about the outline of the how goals will be accomplished or attained, and describe how much resources we need to attain the goal, and how the resources which is very limited will be allocated. Why you all should study in business school like IMAPS, because the resources is very limited. So management is study how to allocate the resources, the limited resources, efficiently and effectively. Do you still remember about that? The type of goals. Goals have many types. There are financial goals. It's related to the expected internal performance, financial performance of the organization. For example, because the business organization has a profit oriented, so how much profit that organization want to attain, and strategic goals is related to the performance of the firm relative to the factors of the external environment. For example, competitors, in which map we are. Are we as a market leader, for example, or we are follower, or we are market leader? We have strategic goals. For example, we are now become challenger of the leader or something. The strategic is different. The plan strategic is different. This is the types of plans. This is the figure of the types of plan. Regarding the breadth, there is a strategic and operational plan. How about time frame? There are long-term and short-term plan. How about the specificity? It's a directional and specific. How about the frequency of use? There are a single use plan and standing plan. Let's see more detail. Strategic plan. We already discussed about strategic goals. So the strategic plans is how to attain the strategic goals. Strategic plan is establish organization's overall goals and seek to position of organization in terms of its environment. If we are leader of the environment, to seek position, or we just follower or a market leader, and it's cover extended periods of time. For example, strategic plan could be for 5 years in the future, next 10 years. Yeah, so it is more long term. Yeah, long term than compared to operational plan. Yeah, how about operational plans? Is more specific. Yeah, more specify the details of how the overall goals are to be achieved. Yeah, for example, it is more or shorter term. Yeah, regarding the term, it's shorter compared to strategic plan. For example, 1 year plan, 3 months or quarterly plans. Why it is so short? Because it is contained in more detailed plan, yeah, including how many or how much resources of money it will be spent, etc. Regarding the in terms of times, there are long-term plans that we have mentioned before. Usually, is the long-term plans is more strategic, yeah, because time frame extending beyond 3 years, so maybe 5 years and 10 years, or maybe 25 years later, the organization already have their strategic plans. Yeah, and the short-term plan is time frames of 1 year or less. The types, another types is about the specific plans and directional plans. Plans that specific plans is plans that are clearly defined and leave no room for interpretation. Very specific in regarding the field, yeah, and objective is very specific. No room for other interpretation. How about the directional plans? Is flexible, more flexible, because the plan is a direction of the general guidelines, so there are still room to be more flexible, yeah, yet allow discretion of implementation. Regarding another use, yeah, about the use of the planning, there are single plan and standing plan. Yeah, a single plan is only used once, yeah, or one-time plan, specifically designed to meet the end of unique situation. What does it mean? Maybe I can give you example. For example, if I am a developer, a manager of developer of an organization of developer, yeah, I have the organization have a plan to build an elementary school. Yeah, the budget, yeah, how much time we need to spend to build the building of an elementary school. Yeah, and we built like 1 year, then we finish all the building of elementary school. Yeah, and another time I got the project to build a hospital. Yeah. Can I use the plan to build an elementary school to build a hospital? Of course not. So it calls a single use plan. Yeah. After the elementary school building accomplished, to prepare, then the planning cannot be implemented to other project. Okay. How about another type is standing plans, is ongoing plans that provide guidance for activity performance repeatedly. Yeah, we can repeat it. Yeah, because it is usually for a routine activity. For example, for the administrative thing, maybe we can use it for another activity, yeah, or maybe the next 3 months because it is still relevant. Yeah, there is some goal setting. One, we call it traditional goal setting. It's a broad goals set at the top of the organization, and it will be broken into sub goals for each organization level, and the goals are intended to direct from above, yeah, from the top manager, yeah, to the middle and the lower, yeah, to the more sub of the organization, subdivision and others, and goals will be lose clarity and focus. Why? Because yeah, they will the second layer, third layer will lose some information because everything is from above. Yeah, as to interpret is there are some differences because it's different level of organization. Yeah. For example, top manager said that, okay, we have to be more productive. Yeah. The second level will say, please, yeah, they will comment to the lower employee. Yeah. Please produce as much product as you can. Yeah. Another level will think that we have to produce a lot of product regardless the quality. So you see, there is a loss of clarity and focus. Actually, the top manager, they want to the organization or the company will produce a maximum or a lot of product, but have a good quality. Yeah, so a traditional goal setting usually is top down, yeah, from above, and then broke into several sub. And this is what I tell you before. Yeah, there are some differences because of loose clarity and also not focus. Yeah, we need to improve company performance, and then I want to see the significant improvement by division of profit. Yeah, profit actually is not only a profit. Yeah, and then increase profit regardless the means, and don't worry about quality, just work fast. This is the lowest manager or employee said, don't worry about quality, just work fast, just produce. Yeah, so it is different clarity and focus. How to maintain the hierarchy of goals. Yeah, so from goals to the end is achievement, we should integrate the network goals result from establishing and clearly defined hierarchy. And to achieve the lower level goals It means by which to reach higher level goals. Another way, to make a plan is management by objectives. It is different to the first, like traditional goal setting. Management by objective is specific performance goals that are jointly determined by employee and managers. So not only top down, but also bottom up. And so the progress toward accomplishing goals is also periodically reviewed. And rewards are allocated on the basis of progress toward the goals. So the performance will be controlled and to be reviewed, because the goals made by not only the top manager but also by under manager and also employee. The key elements of the management by objective is a goal specificity, and there are participative decision making. So the decision making really broke down into several levels, not only the top managers, but the participative of decision making is from lower manager, also middle manager, and it is an explicit performance or evaluation period, as we mentioned before, that it is controlled and to be reviewed periodically, and also there are feedbacks. So it is very important. Maybe you can recall again that in a management process, it is not only input and output, then close. No, it's like a cycle, because input, process, and output, then the feedback from the output, there are feedback toward an input. There is a cycle, not end only to the output. So feedback is very important in the management, become a key element of management by objectives. Does MBO or management by objective works? The reason for MBO or management by objectives success is a commitment of the management, because there are also potential problem, because less effective maybe, and overemphasis of individual accomplish, there is also consequence, because it will involve more people, more level than an individual also involved in it, so there is maybe overemphasis. How to do that is allow to become annual reshuffle. A goal should be written, of course. It is a kind of formal plan, should be written, should be measurable, should be clear of the time frame, challenging, written down, and to be communicated. We should communicate it, the plan to the organization members. If we want to see the step in goal setting, is we should review the mission if it is reflect the mission, and to evaluate it, the resources, if our resources sufficient to accomplish the mission. To determine goals individually or with others. Are goals specific, measurable, and timely? Of course, yes, and we should work together with others, and we should write down all the goals, so everybody should the position is in the same page. No one is in another page and other is left behind. And review the result. What changes are needed in a mission, resources, and goals? Contingency factors in planning. Do you know what is contingency? It's situational. So managers level in the organization have strategic plans in a higher level, for example, top managers, and operational plans at lower level. And the degree of environmental uncertainty, we have more stable environment for the specific plans, and the dynamic environment is specific but flexible plans. The length of the future commitment is a commitment concept is current plan but affect the future commitment next. This is the hierarchy of organization. There are strategic plan and operational plan. The bold blue, it is more strategic planning, and the light blue is operational planning. So the more top the manager, the more strategic plan. The approaches to planning is to establish a formal planning department, to create a group of planning specialists to help manager to write the plan. And planning as a function of management should never become a sole responsibility of planners, but for the managers. And involving organization members in a process. So as in management by objective, we should include members of organization into the process. Plans are developed by members too, not only the top managers, also the other various level of organization, and then coordinate with other unit across the organization. So sometimes we have criticized the planning. Sometimes the planning, for example, is usually is operational plan is too rigid, so may create rigidity, so it is not flexible. Plans cannot develop by dynamic environment, and formal plans cannot replace intuition and creativity, because it is formal and it is written about how much resources, how much money it is. It's not really easy to be flexible. The planning focus manager attention on today competition. It is not tomorrow. Tomorrow is survival. As we know that the COVID-19 situation, in months, then the business environment and all organization, including school and hospitals, should be change their plan and strategy. So sometimes we cannot really know, we cannot really plan the real situation, but sometimes we are focused on today's situation, and the formal planning reinforce today's success, which is may lead to tomorrow failure. So actually, we need also to forecast the future when we plan for today's. So that's why we need the strategic plans for 5 years later, 10 years later, even 25 years later. So we will not make too many failure. And planning is just one of the function of management. So planning, only planning is not enough. Yeah. So why? Because planning is dynamic. Yeah, we develop plans that are specific but should be flexible, and we understand that planning is an ongoing process. Not because even it is a standard. Yeah, it should an ongoing process. How about if we have planned and with resources in rupiahs, but later the value of rupiahs, yeah, or IDR, Indonesian currency is getting worse. Should we change the plan? Yeah, we should make it change, yeah, to adapt with the situation of the currency. Yeah, change plan when condition is needed. Yeah. Okay, and then persistence in planning eventually pay off. Sometimes pay off. If we do this, then we cannot reach that. Yeah, and flatten the organizational hierarchy to foster the development of planning skill at all organizations. So the nowadays hierarchy should be more flat, not too long. To reach the top manager is too long, too high there, then the decision making, the plan cannot be broke into the several level very easy, and the clarity is more and more not clear and more not focused. Yeah, so nowadays hierarchy should be flattened. Yeah. That's all, students, what we have discussed in very fast and maybe not very deep, yeah, because of the time. And this is we can check the terms we already mentioned, we already discussed today. Is what is planning goals, what is plan, there are stated goal, real goal, framing, strategic plan, operational plan, long-term plan, short-term, specific, directional, single-use plan, standing plan, traditional goal setting, MBO, mission, commitment, formal planning department. Yeah, I ask you, yeah, please read your books, yeah, and then if some problem we can discuss later. Thank you very much, students. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.